Legal disclaimer. You are viewing an Affiliate Marketing 3.0 official authorized broadcast. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sunday evening's UK Primetime Q&A session. We are here to answer your questions and maybe even solve any little issues that you may have wherever possible. So I'm Joe, I'm your host tonight, and I'll be one of the panel alongside Carl, as usual, as we are the royal couple, shall we say. Yes, today is another part of our plug and play system for Affiliate Marketing 3.0. We have live presentations throughout the week. We have Chavez, who comes regularly on Wednesday to provide us with updates. We have Trashit on Friday, who comes and provides us with education. Saturday, we have our onboarding call, and tonight is Q&A, live Q&A. So we've still got plenty of space left. Please bring your community, bring your friends, bring your family, anybody who has questions that they'd like to get answered. This is the place to be. So make sure you do stay till the end, because we'll obviously be providing with further information regarding our plug and play system for the week and any other information that we may have as well. Now, please, this is a Q&A session. This isn't just a come and watch a Joe and Carl session, although we can be quite funny once we get into the role. But this is a Q&A session, so please do ask your questions. Put your hands up. We will always do our very best to answer those questions, but don't be shy. This is not the place to be shy. There are no silly questions. There are no stupid questions. And even if you don't have a question, please listen to the questions that are being asked, because you never know what you're going to learn that you think you already know that you might not know. So don't be shy. Ask your questions. We're aiming for an hour, but of course, if nobody's got questions, then we will finish early. And if there are lots and lots of questions, then we will go on for a little longer. But we're aiming for 1 hour. So I'll pass over to Carl to see if Carl's got anything that he would like to add before we begin.
Thanks, Joe. Well, yes, I think we need to rename this, though. It's not the UK Primetime. It's the Global Primetime Q&A, because there's only one of these now. We don't do the morning, my morning, early morning and late morning, US and UK versions. We're just combining the two roughly in the middle. So this is your only chance now to have Q&A. Usually on this we do have updates, but obviously you can see from between Joe and I, we've been celebrating our 2nd anniversary of the blockchain. So there wasn't really that much in updates this week, but there are some technical updates we should go through for people that didn't catch them on spontaneous updates that we were doing during the week, mainly with MetaMask. Okay, so everyone was experiencing slowness and inherent bugs with them upgrading themselves, and those seem to have been cleaned up. So best to clear cache and restart your browser from scratch, and then log into your MetaMask, or make sure the updates have downloaded if you're on a mobile device. There's also a new feature that they've installed, has kicked off, and that is phishing scam detection. You basically got 4 choices. Just ignore it and proceed. Report that that's a false positive, and just say, no, this website, we know this is safe. You could just disable that feature within MetaMask if you go to the security and privacy sections and look for phishing scam, and then just turn it off. Or you could just disable on, if it's coming up on the plugin, you can just go to the plugins, manage extensions, and disable MetaMask for that moment, because you don't need it's not a DApp. 3FO is an app, so a web page. So you could pick whichever one of those you want. The LquidPay coupons that we've been buying, we're getting with our subscriptions to 3FO, they are now working, but I haven't heard an update. I don't know if Joe's heard, but the subscriptions for the affiliate marketing platform have now stopped while they make amendments to that API, and then they will come back, and you'll be able to, if you're subscribing to anything in affiliate marketing for LquidPay, you'll be able to use those coupons down the track. And of course, we've been going on and on and on in all the presentations that 3FO has upgraded to the panel mechanism. So you need to get on and understand the loan techniques, the either personal loan, where you use your loan capability, or mortgage, as I put it, to upgrade to a panel, or where you take that loan mortgage and split it and help downlines. I've been doing that with my girlfriend, Jin, and we've made quite a number of accounts for her family and friends that she's now going to go to educate them and get them started and build a huge business in Korea. It's all of the updates that I could think of. I knew I had one as we were coming in, but I didn't write it down in time, so I'll bring that up when I finally remember what that extra one was.
Maybe it was the Pi sites back up.
No, but that's a good point. You brought it up, you go with it. Go.
The Pi website is back up and running. Yeah, I don't know. There isn't anything else I can add to that. I'm not sure. There was maintenance going on Pi for about 3 or 4 days. I don't know if there's any changes or if it was just a case of maintaining the system in some way, but that was down for a few days. That's now back up and running. So I think that's pretty much everything. I'm sure it'll come back to Carl. But okay, we've got 2 hands up. I'm going to take the first question in a moment, but please don't be shy. Ask your questions, put your hands up, and let's make sure that everybody leaves this Zoom with the answers that they came for. All right, Richie, up you come. Good to see you, Richie.
Hi, Joe. It's just a quick question regarding the loans. If I issue 2 loans to my downlines, is my weekly earning, do they cease until the 250 is paid back?
Carl?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, so if I was wanting to recover the funds from them, I just recover it offline sort of thing. There's not an official mechanism for them to then pay me back to my system. I just get them to transfer the funds back into my MetaMask or something like that.
Well, technically, that is just one option. You can get them to deposit it straight into your Ethereum deposit address. Okay, and then there is a mechanism to settle, right? So you can say, once that fund is built up, you can then just settle the loan yourself from their payments back to you through that mechanism, right? So just give them, all you have to give is an Ethereum deposit address. Doesn't matter if it's in MetaMask or in Binance or in your 3FO account.
Okay, so I could get them to put the funds straight back into my 3FO account and then just settle it there, and then that would be me available for another loan to 2 different people?
That's our understanding, of course. I don't think anybody's settled a loan yet. We've been making the loans, but we haven't settled them yet. It's too soon.
Yeah.
But that's what I understand from what Chavez has said, how it works. And I'm basing it on like a number of years. I don't want to age myself, how long I've been in computers, but if I was to write the software, that's what I would have done.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Prueba Google Workspace con Gemini. La inteligencia artificial que analiza los datos de tu negocio, aporta insights del mercado y genera nuevas oportunidades. Descubre Google Workspace con Gemini.
If I was
what they're doing where they're lending to new people is when they set up the account, with the email address of the lender. So the lender has got a control of the account so that person can't do it. So the new person can't do any withdrawals until the loan is paid back. Now, I'm not saying that that's a recommended way of doing it. Each person has to decide what's best for them, what suits them, and what they agree with that person on a personal basis. But it is one thing that I've heard of people doing. So then that way they're assured of getting their loan repaid. You're muted. You're muted. You're on mute, Richie.
Sorry, yeah, I guess it just gives you a little bit more security if you're onboarding somebody that you don't personally know, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. So it's just another option.
Good shout. Thanks, Joe.
Okay, thanks for that. Okay, IO. Great to see you, IO. Oh, hold on.
Yes.
Hold on, IO.
That was the other thing. Probably create. How do I point that way? That's what I wanted to do. I notice people that are getting those gift NFTs. All right, you'll know I harp on remembering and learning and doing the basics. People have forgotten how to find the gift prize NFTs that we're sending out for the anniversary competitions, the regular Wednesday competitions, giveaways. So if you're winning these, you'll have to remember to look for the NFT first and where that is. I won't drop any hints right now, but I'm just going through the things you'll have to remember. You'll have to remember that you need some BTCC of your own in order to stake because the simple process of staking will cost some BTCC before you can even mine more BTCC. All right, so remember those two basics. Reach out to an upline, and that's how I'm promoting these prizes to new people. If you bring somebody along that wins one of these NFTs, they're going to need a lot of education. They're going to rely on you as the inviter to these Zooms to tell them all of these basics. So it gives you a hook into them, and hang on to them and show your skills. So make sure you remember those basic skills. That was the other thing. Thanks, Joe.
There you go. Thanks for that, Carl. Okay, Io.
Hello, good evening, Joe. Good evening, everyone.
Good to see you, Io.
Thanks, Joe. Question, please. If I recruit 2 people, and within that same week that I recruit them, would I still get my weekly yield, or I would just get the commissions from them?
You still get your weekly yield.
Okay.
By recruiting, you get your weekly yield regardless. Recruiting accelerates your weekly yield. Kind of. It's not a real acceleration in that it speeds it up. It's just you kind of get it in advance. Instead of getting a portion of your weekly yield, if you like, is deducted from the end of the term that it takes and is paid to you up front. So it kind of accelerates it. I don't really have a better word for it. I suppose Carl might have a better word, perhaps.
Not so much a better word, but a better use of the word. Your commissions accelerate you using up your available to earn. Yeah. Right, you're capping. So that's what it accelerates. It gets you to use up your 2x, 3x, or 4x faster by recruiting.
Yeah, you can liken it to in affiliate marketing 3.0 when you buy, let's say, a $50 miner, and in your potential available income, it shows up as $150. And every time you earn a commission, it is deducted from that potential income and paid out to you. The only difference is that in 3FO, you are getting paid a weekly yield. So that capping of 4x is reducing and being paid out to you without recruiting. Essentially, the same process is happening. Every time you earn a commission, it's being paid out to you from your available capping. Make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Joe.
All right.
It's worth noting also. It's worth noting also, unlike AFM3, when you rank up, the ranking rewards do not come out of your potential as it does in affiliate marketing. The ranking rewards in 3FO are completely independent. They are just a bonus only.
Perfect. Okay, one more hand up, folks. So there's 25 people here. I'd love to have 25 questions. Okay, C minor.
I wouldn't. I've got a doctor's appointment later. I'm going to get my chest checked out from the car accident.
He's getting it enlarged.
Hey, hello, Joe and Carl. I have a question concerning the, I don't know if there was a mechanism to address the excessive BTCC that was deposited. I was one of those people that deposited more than what was required for the subscription. And I was wondering if they had any kind of way to refund that or to withdraw that, those tokens back.
Yeah, there was a mechanism there, but it didn't work. I think I told you that. And Chavez is aware of that. Basically, we disabled that because it didn't work, because I tried it out. And Chavez is working on a new version of the withdrawal function, which is independent. Remember, when you use that withdraw function when it comes back, it's going to have to work out what portion of BTCC that actually is, because BTCC being a volatile token and BUSD inside the platform being a stable, one of those is going to change and the other not. They're not going to change at the same rate at all. So when he does develop that withdrawal function and release it again, it's got to make sure it's giving you back the correct original amount of BTCC. So he's got to do that sort of a very careful, he's got to look into the history, look into when you purchased, so that he knows how much to convert back to and then send that to. So I'm not expecting that probably for another week or two at least.
Okay. All right, great. That's good. That's good to know.
Thank you for the question, Simon. It's worth noting that since this question has come up to everybody, to remember, you are sending in the dollar value of BTCC in the same way that you're sending in the dollar value of Ethereum. So when it says on a one-to-one basis and you're sending in 500 Ethereum, you're sending in $500 of Ethereum and $500 of BTCC, which at the moment is about 7.5, give or take. 7.5 BTCC. Oh, sorry, no, it's about 3 point something, just under 4 BTCC for $500 worth, and about 8 BTCC for $1,000 worth. So remember, you're sending in the dollar value of each of those coins. Okay, we don't have any other questions at the moment, so please think hard. Think if there's any questions you have. In the meantime, I'm going to put Carl on the spot. Perhaps he'd like to demonstrate something or explain more detail on something within the 3FO ecosystem. Oh, you're saved by the bell there, Carl. Saved by the bell.
Good. Now I can prepare something.
Yeah. Okay, Reginald, thanks very much for putting your hand up. What's your question? Good to see you.
Good to see you, Joe. My question is about far as BTCC being stored in something like a Tangent cold storage wallet. Wouldn't that, if you could do that, wouldn't that make the value go up if it's off chain as well?
Well, right now, obviously, that's not available. That's not a possibility because BTC20 smart chain isn't in the mainstream. So nobody knows about it. I mean, they may know about it, but obviously Binance doesn't have it listed. Eventually, when BTCC goes to an exchange, and it's possible, and it seems logical to me that the first place it would go, or one of the first places would be on Binance, since we've got a partnership with them already, but I don't know, that may not be the case. Then you'll see when sending tokens and coins, you may well get the option to, do you want to send it on the BTC20 smart chain as well, or the ERC20 or the TRC20 or the Solana, in the same way that you do with the other coins and tokens. So that may, or the other tokens, that may well happen in time. But then, of course, when it happens on one, the adoption has to happen across other exchanges. So if it does go live on Binance, eventually it will go live on, I don't know, maybe OK Exchange, Kraken, I don't know, Bybit. There's so many different exchanges. So that will eventually happen. And of course, then it would have to be something that is adopted onto the cold storage wallet. So Tangent would have to add the BTC20 smart chain onto its chosen range of networks. And so would Ledger, and so would Trezor, and whatever else. So I guess, yes, eventually that will be a possibility, but that doesn't affect the value of the token, just moving it from one place to another, because the liquidity hasn't changed. The amount of liquidity in the marketplace hasn't necessarily changed because you've moved it from one place to another, from one exchange to another exchange. Although, of course, if you're taking it off an exchange onto a private, like a Ledger, for example, then I guess that's technically taking it off. No, it's not really taking it off chain because it's still there, but it's just not available for trading or anything. Just moving it around isn't going to change the value. Okay, just so like now, I mean, if you look on our within our ecosystem, you know, the amount of BTCC that's now moving around for the purposes of staking, the price hasn't altered. It's gone up a little bit, it's gone down a little bit, but it hasn't really done anything to change the price. That's not what's going to change the price. What's going to change the price? Sorry, go on.
Joe, I'll clarify for you. Okay, Reginald, you're talking the difference between circulating supply and liquidity. Liquidity is not changing. All you're doing is altering the circulation supply. So the value won't change. All you're doing is locking it away. And that's all that's happening with staking. It's being locked away in a wallet under Chavez's control so that he can then take it back out and send it back to us when we finally get that legitimate withdrawal function. So that's the difference between circulating supply and liquidity.
Yeah.
So it'd be the same.
That was a better explanation, but that's what I was getting at. Just moving it around isn't changing available liquidity, the circulating supply. But yeah, eventually, once it goes mainstream, what's going to really change the price is going to be bringing it on chain. So you increase the circulating supply and there's a lot more activity. Trading, for example. I mean, if everybody stopped trading Bitcoin immediately, then the price wouldn't change. I don't know whether it would drop, but it certainly wouldn't be as volatile because there's no trading activity happening. But yeah, go on. Sorry, go on.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, any other questions? Okay, perhaps Carla's got something ready that he'd like to share. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Another saved by the bell. Amina?
No.
I've gone in. Let's do the question first. Let's not keep Amina waiting. Good to see you, Amina. What's your question?
Hello, thank you. Please, I just have a question about Pi. What's happening with Pi and why I can't withdraw my money from Purpose One from 15 days now? Can someone give us a clear answer, please? Thank you.
I think Carl's going to be the better one to answer that.
Okay. Lamini, are you trying to withdraw your entire asset under management from there or just a portion of it? You're muted.
I just have Purpose One. I try to, from 15 days now, I try to withdraw my money from Purpose One. Purpose One, and it never.
Listen to the question again. Are you withdrawing your entire stake with Purpose One, or just some of it?
No, the entire.
Yeah, that's the problem. If you, I don't know how much you've got. Let's say you've got $1,000 staked with them. If you withdraw that entire amount, they have to have that particular transaction that your money is being used for has to be settled first for you to take that out. If you had done several withdrawals and they had amounts set, other amounts coming out from other transactions, they could settle your withdrawal. But because you've locked it all into one withdrawal, you have to wait until they have a complete amount of your money to pay you back.
Oh, yeah,
I had the same problem with my housemate. He's only had two. He had Algo and Purple Swan, and he decided to withdraw all of his Algo. And he was just waiting and waiting. So I said, just try a bit out of Purple Swan, and he did $500, and bang, it came out the next day.
How can I do, please? I want to withdraw all my money from Pi. How can I do, please? Thank you.
Well, if you want to do it all, either cancel that transaction. I'm not sure that this will work. It's a suggestion. Cancel the withdrawal transaction and do several smaller amounts and see if it trickles out, or just wait until they have your full amount ready, and then they'll pay you in one lump sum. But we have no idea how long that will take.
That's what I'm doing. I've got the same. I've been waiting for my withdrawal, and I've cancelled my withdrawal now. I did that yesterday. I cancelled the withdrawal. I haven't checked in on it today, to be honest, but I cancelled the withdrawal, and then I'm going to try and do a smaller amount at a time. So I'm testing that as well to see if that'll work, because your funds are actively in a trading situation. So the whole amount has to be settled so that they've got the whole amount to withdraw, as Carl said.
Sorry, but it's not what to Chavez tell the first day. Tell after PSDS we can withdraw or invest. Why it's not like he said?
Well, because I imagine he was talking about profits. I mean, I don't know. I can't answer for him. I can't answer on his behalf. But perhaps he was referring specifically to profits that you've generated, you can withdraw. But it's like any, even in the normal trading system. If I had $4,000 of shares of a bank, and that took 1 month for them to settle $4,000 because they have to close the trades, because your $4,000 isn't locked into one asset or one trade. It's locked into maybe hundreds or dozens of different trades, where some will be currently at a loss, some will currently be at a profit, some may well be in the middle ground somewhere. So in order to settle the entire $4,000, they have to wait for each individual investment to reach a certain level of profit or settlement that they can then close that trade to get the funds together. So your funds are not in one trade, they're dispersed across lots of different trades. And each trade has to be closed individually according to the profit to generate the full amount. So when I sold my shares, it took 1 month before I received my $4,000. So that's not just Pi, that's not just crypto, that's in the TradFi world as well.
I understand what you said. Thank you very much. But I'm sure it's not what he said the first day. I'm sure about this.
I don't know.
No, he said after PSDS, we can withdraw our money like this after PSDS.
Okay, it could be a contextual interpretation as well. No. He might have meant it as soon as PSDS occurs, you can issue a withdrawal, is what he possibly meant. Not that you will actually get it as soon as you issue a withdrawal. It's, yeah, as I said, we can't speak for what he was actually saying, but that's how I would have interpreted. You can issue the withdrawal, you just have to wait for it to occur.
I can also say for my own in Pi, I had $2,500 in Pi, and I issued the withdrawal option on 5 of the traders. And I've had 50% of my money settled, and I'm still waiting for the other 50% to be settled. So it will happen. It will just happen as the individual trades accumulate to the amount that you're withdrawing. I suggest you do what Carl said, is to cancel the withdrawal, leave it for a couple of days and allow that to cancel. and then try and withdraw smaller amounts, maybe $300 at a time, rather than all 1,000 or 2,000 or whatever it is in one go, because that's a larger amount of money for them to accumulate. But I've had 50%, I've had 50% of my investment released to me, which I withdrew 3 or 4 days ago.
Thank you for explanation. I'm grateful for you, but another time playing with the words, no. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Amina.
Don't forget, there's also, you're not the only person possibly issuing a withdrawal request. If that trader has got 40 or 50 or 100 people issuing a withdrawal request as well, obviously, if there is an amount that has to be received and they settle about 4 or 5 of those trades, if that doesn't equal your amount, but it does equal other people's amounts, maybe that's where splitting your request will accelerate your ability to get the money out.
Thank you there, Carl. Reginald.
Okay. My question is, you don't have to take it out of DoDO, right? You can just leave it until it turns into the, yeah.
Yeah,
can you just
take it out?
You can leave it though, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, maybe Carl will be generous enough to share his experience of Pi from a couple of days ago.
Okay, let me see if I might have to log in.
You can just tell us, because he was all very excited on the US prime time a few days ago, because he had a massive leap in profits.
Yes. Let's be fair. I jumped 10% in 2 days. So I was quite excited to see that come up. I'm going to get my 2FA. That's because I haven't logged in today either. Where are you, protocol?
While he's doing that, I think it's becoming clear that Pi is much more of a longer term investment. It's not a fast money situation, because there are so many ups and downs, and you can see over the course of the last, I don't know, how long has it been now, 6 months since we've had Pi, that there are many days in loss, many days in profit, and it all sort of balances out to not very much. But it doesn't take too many more days in big profit and suddenly you're in big profits. So Pi is much longer term. I think that's becoming very clear now. I'm also noticing, and again, everybody has to make their own decisions and choices, but I'm also noticing that BTC Alpha seems to be the dominant trader out of all of these traders. Is it Purple Swan? Yeah. I think Purple Swan as well seems to be the more dominant one as well.
That's all I'm in. I'm in just those two.
Yeah.
And you can see, like, I hadn't been in for a couple of days and I saw this spike. Obviously, there's been a little bit of a dip, but as long as it, generally speaking, keeps going on that trajectory, I'm not going to worry. I'll just sit and let it go.
That's it. I'm just sitting in BTC Alpha at the moment. I've got $1,500 in BTC Alpha and I'm just leaving it in there for the time being and see what happens. Just forget about it. Okay.
Okay, well, let's have a look at, close that. All right, this is the wallet where I'm holding all of the miners for prizes. So when you win one, we will be sending it. Joel's got his wallet, I've got mine. I think Trashit's got a wallet where we're holding all of these. I've got a bit more than them because I'm holding from the crypto convention a couple of years ago as well. So this is where you'll find, when you go into your the DApp, COD20 DApp, you'll see a number. That's your miner arriving, and then you just need to stake it. But in order to stake it, you do need to have some BTCC. It is a blockchain transaction. You will need gas fee, and that's the two basics. So the DApp, Bitcoin Code Technology, correct wallet connected, because it is a DApp, decentralized app, and ensure you've got some BTCC sitting there, and you'll be right.
Perfect. How about if we offered free miners for questions? Would there be lots of questions now?
Of course there would.
I'm not doing that. I'm just making a problem. Just throwing it out there.
Especially if people expected to get one of the Goldie ones that I got sitting in that wallet.
Yeah. So there is 20 minutes left to ask your question. So please do ask your question. If you don't have any questions, then we can call it a night, and Carl can shoot off to his doctor's appointment and have his prosthetics put on.
I'll just getting my chest checked out from the car accident, making sure I'm not building up phlegm and risking pneumonia or anything worse.
Yeah. Carl was unfortunate to have, anybody who doesn't know, have a car accident about a week ago. And he's got quite a bit of bruising, but he's doing well, as you can see, and still full of humor.
Yep.
So last call on questions, folks. If not, we'll do some last minute updates if there are any. And then we will go and we will call it a night. So anybody want to put their hand up?
Let's wrap it.
Okay.
I might even get breakfast before I go to the doctor.
Yeah. Let me come back to Zoom. Good. I was just bringing up. Okay. So let's close up then. And so just to okay, here's a last question. Go on then, Bichu.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for the accepting it.
No problem, Bichu.
Last 2 weeks ago, they hacked my my MetaMask, and then they took some all my Ethereum and Binance. So I'm afraid maybe they will hack. Is that possibility that can hack our BTCC also?
I didn't understand that, Carl. Did you?
Well, okay, let me repeat the question. They went inside my MetaMask, and then they took my they scam, or how can I call it? They took away my Ethereum coins, and then plus Binance. So I'm afraid now. Maybe what should I do? Because I'm afraid that maybe they will go inside, and then
Oh, okay.
They take my BTC coins also.
Okay, how did they take out of Binance, and have you reported that first? Let's look at that issue first.
It was inside MetaMask.
Okay, well, why did you mention Binance?
They took Binance coin. There were Binance coins inside MetaMask.
Oh, it's BNB coin.
BNB coin, yes.
Right, so on the BNB chain,
yeah.
BEP20. Okay. How did they take that? You got any idea?
Con Litio tienes tu cuenta global en dólares o euros, directo desde tu celular. Ahorra, viaja, paga online y úsala para tu día a día sin complicaciones. Litio, la forma inteligente de tener una cuenta global. Descárgala hoy y úsala como quieras.
Support for MetaMask, but technically, yes, if the same mechanism was used on our blockchain, that is a possibility. But remember, our blockchain is pretty much unknown to any scammers. So, and they won't see any value, because if they do take it out, they can only move it on our blockchain. So they have to add their wallet to our blockchain in order to even get access to the chain, firstly. And then if they do break into your wallet that way, it's still going to be on that chain. There is no bridge out functionality, so they can't steal it at the moment.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean you haven't lost it. If they've moved it out, then you've still lost it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the best advice would be is to move every asset that you've got out of that particular wallet to a new MetaMask wallet, and start a new MetaMask wallet. Do not lose the keys of your existing MetaMask wallet. Make sure you've got the correct 12 words for it, because any BTCC that you have mined that is sitting on the DApp, that cannot be transferred or reconnected to your new MetaMask. So you will need to access that MetaMask again in order to harvest any BTCC that you currently have on chain. So don't lose or delete your existing MetaMask necessarily, but for any other assets, I would just use on a different MetaMask. I mean, look, if it's only your BNB chain that's affected, because they're obviously just attacking, in your case, they've just attacked your BNB network.
BNB and Ethereum.
Oh, okay, and Ethereum. Well, then you may as well just change wallets. But just don't make sure that you don't lose the 12 words for your existing wallet.
Okay.
All right, because you will need to go back to that to access harvesting your any BTCC that you've got sitting on the DApp at this point. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. Anything you want to add on to that, Cole?
You just start a new wallet. But just remember, everybody, in MetaMask, wallet and accounts under wallets. All right. Don't mix the two terminology. And a lot of people are still forgetting when we say open a new wallet, they think open a new account and vice versa. And then you got the token issues. So yes, I do want to add something, obviously. You import a wallet, you add accounts, you import tokens. It would have been much better if they just said import a wallet, import account, import tokens. And if you want to, and then add a wallet, add accounts, add the tokens, and keep the two terminologies separate. You only import accounts from a different wallet. I've had people look with all sorts of imported accounts, their own accounts, other people's accounts, and they've lost track in their minds which ones were genuinely imported and which were native to that wallet. So you only import an account from somebody else's wallet if they give you the private key for that account. Right? Keep that terminology clear in your minds.
Okay, I'm going to make one last call for questions. One last call. We've got 10 minutes. I was just about to wrap up. We had a question, so let's make one last call for questions. Anybody else? No. Okay. All right. So let's quickly go over our schedule for the week. So Mondays and Tuesdays at 7 p.m. UK time and at midnight UK time, which I'm not sure what time that is for US. I think that's about 7 p.m. US time also, is the business presentations, the official presentation for the company and at the moment that's 3FO. Wednesday is the community call where Chavez will come and give us an update. I'm not sure whether he'll come this week because I know he's been traveling, but hopefully he'll join us on Wednesday as usual. Thursday is business presentation again at 7 p.m. UK time. Friday is education day where Trashit comes and will provide us education on a particular product within the affiliate marketing 3.0 ecosystem. And of course, right now that's focused on 3FO because 3FO is exploding massively. As Carl said at the beginning of this call, we are ourselves, between us in our joint account, we are very, very close to hitting rank 3. And it's only been 4 weeks. We hit rank 1 within 2 hours of launching on the 1st of September. And we hit rank 2, I think, was it the following week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks after. 2 weeks later, we hit the second rank. And now there's a good chance that we'll hit rank 3, maybe by the end of this week. So 3FO is exploding. If you're not yet part of 3FO, now's the time to find an upline that you desire and get involved. Saturday is onboarding call. Now, this is at a new time. This was at 3 p.m. on a Saturday, but it is now on at 7 p.m. on a Saturday. But there isn't a US prime time on Saturday evening. Me and Carl are having the night off. We go out to dinner, see a movie, shoot the breeze. And of course, Sunday is 9 p.m. as it is today, is the Q&A session. And I think Carl coined it perfectly. It is global prime time because it is in the middle to suit American prime time, to suit UK and to suit Australia and all of those between and around. So make sure you know the schedule because this system is here to help you build your business, to take the pressure off of you, to bring new people to these Zooms so that they can see that we are a community of people, that we are a growing community. There's always one, isn't there? It's got to be Richie. It's fine. We'll take these last couple of questions after I've done this, and then we'll wrap up. So this is here to help you, especially if you're new and bringing people in and you don't yet have a full understanding. Then you can bring your people and they can learn everything they need to know on Zoom, which makes it so much easier for you. Okay. And of course, on Wednesdays, for now, until I think the Thailand event, when you join us on a Wednesday for a Chavez update, then you could be one of 10 lucky winners to win a free $50 miner. So again, bring your people, bring your friends, your family, your community, bring them. And if they win a miner, then they've got good reason to get started in affiliate marketing 3.0 or on 3FO. Okay, let's take these last couple of questions. Richie.
Joe, well, not so much a question. I was just going to say, can you maybe post that schedule in the group if you haven't already done so, please, so I can send it on to my people down below. Thanks.
No problem. Reginald. You're
Okay.
muted. There you go.
Okay, my question, do you guys know when Alpha AI will be available for us?
I believe it is going to be launched in Thailand, but I don't know for sure. It's my suspicion.
Okay. Thank you.
The rank 3 leaders, of which there's only 3 or 4 at the moment, which are the people with big teams, predominantly the Vietnamese and Lucky, they would be getting access in the next day or so, I believe.
Yeah.
And then shortly after that, the ranked leaders with 3FO will get access to start practicing and self-training and understanding the signals and all of that. And then we'll post some videos, as Chavez said, on the anniversary on Friday. And then it's all ready for the launch, as Joe said. We believe that will be a big Thailand launch, as well as the Thailand community being celebrated and launching 3FO in Thailand as a rule. And then after that, I'd say probably the next few days after that, everybody will get access to it that's got any subscription. We have no idea if the free ones are all run out, but they're getting close. We don't have any pricing or anything at the moment on the general access to 3FO going forward. So it's all waiting on Thailand, I guess.
So will there be a tutorial video on how to use Alpha AI?
Well, obviously there will be. Yeah. There'll be at least presentations, yes.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure there'll be many.
Yeah, I'm sure Chavez is going to do it on his announcement. He will give live demonstrations, and then that'll be on YouTube, obviously.
And of course,
then Trashed will do a masterclass, and we'll probably go over it on this session here as well.
Yeah, and of course, remember, should anybody have the question, why do the leaders get it first? We don't want there to be any jealousy or, discontent. Of course, we have to get it first because we have to teach people. We have to teach everybody. So we get it first. We have to understand it because who's on the Q&A every week? Me, Carl, Trash It. Who gets to answer the questions? Me, Carl, Trash It. So, of course, the leaders have to understand it and learn it first, so that we can then teach it to our own individual communities, and we can come on live Zooms like this and explain it to the wider community. Otherwise, we're all just the blind leading the blind. And of course, once I've got my head around it, And it doesn't look like it's that complicated. But once I've got my head around it, then, of course, I'll make a YouTube video on it as well, which will go onto my YouTube playlist. So that will be available to help people slowly as things sort of settle and we start to grow and I get a bit more time. Then I'll slowly go through all of my videos and update everything. So at the moment, they're useful, but what you're seeing on screen may not match exactly what you're seeing on my video at the moment. But I'll update everything in due course as we go along. But from the limited knowledge that I have, and maybe Carl has more knowledge on it, it doesn't look like it's a complicated system. It's based on signals. Buy it now, sell it now. That's it. But how that internal infrastructure is going to work, I don't know, because I don't know if it will be automatically plugged in to have it into a certain exchange or exchanges, or whether you'll have to connect it to one, or I don't know. I don't know if Carl is aware of that information either, but it's simply buy now, sell now. The intention is eventually for it to be automated so that you're not doing anything. It will function all on its own. Whether that will eventually be possible and happen or not, I don't know. It's just something that has been sort of not explained, but something that has been expressed, that this is the longer term plan for Alpha 8i. But whether he's able to do that or not, I don't know. But even if he's not, buy now, sell now. You know, click with your left thumb, click with your right thumb, job done, and make a profit. So let's see. Going to be very, very exciting to see. Okay, let's call it there. I've already updated you on the bits that are important. Carl, is there anything you'd like to say in closing?
Yeah, just one more thing. It did occur to me because of what we just talked about, Alpha A and all of that. Don't forget, anybody that subscribed to Capital 3, that's very close to becoming an Ethereum staking environment to get your assets value out of Capital 3. So you're not going to miss out. If you haven't started in 3FO and you did Capital 3, then you will get that in Ethereum, as we understand it. It could be just a couple of weeks away from starting. Maybe that'll be launched on the Thai event as well. Okay, so there's another mechanism for people to get. And Chavez even hinted he's going to do some sexy things with Capital 3 and that. So,
and we always love sexy, don't we?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with sexy. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming. There is no US prime time tonight, but it will be back on tomorrow evening. Please, me and Carl are working hard to grow US prime time. We can't do it without you. So please bring your friends, bring your family. As I said at the beginning, let's grow US prime time to what it deserves to be. And we now, as a community, have everything that we need. That doesn't mean we won't get more, but it just means that we now have a lovely foundation, solid foundation for us to build on. There's no reason for anybody now in this community to not be making money. There's no more excuses. And you can only make money or excuses, but you can't do both. So thanks very much, everybody. Thanks, Carl. Thanks, me. Thanks to Sue for watching over us in the background. And yeah, I don't think I've missed everybody. But most of all, thank you guys for coming along and asking questions. And we'll see you all tomorrow on the UK Prime Time. Good night, all. Bye-bye.
Bye.